Okay, S197 '08 Bullitt, getting it ready for the DC Auto Show. What we've done is we've already compounded the paint. It's actually looking pretty good under the fluorescence, about 75%. This paint's not perfect. I'm not going to try to get it perfect. Also compounded the wheels, cleaned the tires. Take your little screwdriver and dig out the little rocks, whatever you can. The engine compartment, I do not steam clean it. I use warm water in a bucket with a couple drops of Murphy oil soap, take a brush, clean the dirty areas, let it dry, then come back with a spray mist, shine, spray it, mist it, buff it. Touched up some paint that's under the hood. You know how these factory steel hoods are, always chipping. Your wheel well is the most important. You know, you're going to do the front and the back of the wheel. Buff the front, clean the back. If the back of your wheels are bad, you should, tape off the front and then paint them flat black, semi-gloss black, same color as the wheel, whatever you want to do. Then get in these wheel wells and clean the plastic liners. The rear doesn't have plastic liners, but the front has plastic liners. Try to buff up the metal part, clean up all your shocks, springs, then come back with a tire shine. I usually use something like this. And then, clean your brake calipers. And then when you want to buff your bolts, your lug nuts, just put them on here. And then you can actually, this is a good way to buff them. You can put a little polish on them. After we get that done, then we're going to move on to the interior. Pull the carpets out. Shampoo and clean those. Clean the interior. I wish I could say it's leather, but it's plastic and soybean, I don't know, whatever that is. Clean the inside of your windows real well. You may have to clean them again. Windows are very tough. You could do your headliner if you need to. Clean your foot pedals, don't forget those. Do not use a shine product that begins with AA. Actually, a lot of people are allergic to it. Sometimes it sits there and runs, and it's horrible. So find a product you like. I have several recommendations, but I'm not going to make one. You pick your own. Once it's clean, then you shine it, and then I'll put a piece of plastic over this seat, probably a plastic steering wheel cover, and we'll take it to the DC Auto Show 2025. And I also cleaned. You'll clean your trunk. And I'll also clean the rear end, just in case somebody looks under there. And don't forget your tailpipes. See you at the show. Hey, I forgot to cover one thing. When you're at a car show, do you want to use your license plates on the front or the back? You want to take them off? I just got an order in for the show that came from a company called City Locks. I have not opened this. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, wow. These are actually really nice. Okay. They were cheap. I think these were like 55 bucks for 2 tags. That is going to look absolutely awesome on the front of the car and the back of the car. It's not a real tag. It is merely for display. It is very nice. And aluminum. I can't believe it. Also, for the outside, another thing you want to do is start marking your little paint areas that need a little help. Like there's a little chip right there. So I've got the matching color. A few spots I just want to touch up, not too much. There's one there. Hood's got some. And make sure it's the right temperature. Obviously my garage is heated. We'll clean those little spots with a little alcohol and then apply some paint, and then after the paint dries, then we'll put some clear coat on it, make it look good. Also, if you use a paintbrush, trim the very tip of it till you get this point. Don't use the brush that comes with these things. They're just a little too thick and messy. Other than your license plates, figuring out what you want to do with them, you also are going to need a poster board. I bought this poster board right here from Vista Prints for $30. I see people spend $200–300 on these things. This thing is absolutely beautiful. It's hard fiberboard. All you got to do is put it on a little easel or rest it up against the car. $30, you can't beat it, and it looks great. Okay, and like I told you, for the engine, I use Murphy's oil soap, and I put it in a bucket of warm water, and I use brushes and a rag, and I just clean the engine. Then after I dry it with the blow dryer, then I hit it with some tire shine, I don't know, something like this, and I spray it on the brush, and then you could start going into like all these hard to reach places, and then get your engine looking good. See, I got to get those back there. Just like that. Down in here. I already hit it with a towel, saturated, so now I'm just hitting all the hard to get spots. Yeah, I just don't like steam cleaning. I don't know. I'm just kind of worried about something getting on electrical. You know how these cars are, especially the 05 to 09 with their electrical systems. All right, now it's time to move on to the interior. And one of the other places you don't want to miss is your trunk. You never know if you're going to have the trunk open or not. The trunk in this car is pretty nice, but you see some dirt over here. You put some speed shine on the brush. And don't forget little details like this. Okay, like I said, don't forget your pedals, but if you don't have aluminum pedals like this, and you have the rubber, somebody asked me if you should put tire shine on the pedals. No, don't put tire shine on the pedals. If you do, you'll find out why. Also, if you have dog hair, use a clothing sticky roll, and you can get some of the hair up. Anyway, I got to work on that spot right there, and then I'm going to clean the plastic. And then we'll go ahead and clean up the inside, do the windows and the shine. I'm not a big detailer. This is just, you know, things I've learned to do over the years. Okay, interior is done. Now I'm going to move on to the outside of the car. So I've done the engine compartment, the wheel wells, the trunk, the undercarriage, and the interior. Now I'm not going to lie to you, I actually had somebody, I paid somebody to buff this car. Blake's Detailing did a great job. I tried to do it, I can't do it. Sometimes it's better to pay somebody else. Okay, we've done the interior, the trunk, the engine compartment, the wheels, the wheel wells. We buffed the outside. Now I'm just misting with ceramic 3-in-1 wax. I like this stuff. I use the blue towel because it's softer than the yellow. And then I'm using the yellow to hit the outside of the windows. And then I'm thinking about treating the plastic. Now to treat the plastic, I do use Meguiar's Ultimate Black. We'll see how it all looks, and then we should be ready for the auto show. Okay, I think I've covered everything except for the exhaust tips. Otherwise, the car is ready to go to the auto show. So we're almost set to get in the car and drive to the car show. It is January, there's a lot of salt and stuff on the road. So one thing you might want to add to the car is some mud flaps. Now I hate mud flaps on the S197, but for the sake of the car show, put them on, and then when you get to the show you can take them off. Okay, got it out the garage, looking pretty good. This is before I drive to the DC Auto Show. I'm sure I'm going to hit salt, snow, puddles. That's okay. did install mud flaps on the back at least. All right, and we'll show you what happens when we get there. Well, we've arrived here at the Washington Convention Center. The salt and water weren't too bad. No snow in the street, so that was good. So I'm hoping I don't have to clean and detail the car again too much. And we'll line up here in about 20 minutes and work our way inside. Okay, we just entered the DC Convention Center and we're driving to the bottom of the hill to enter our show space. Okay, we've entered the premises. Drive slow, plastic on the ground, less than a quarter tank of fuel. Right now I'm following a 66 Mustang. Okay, they're lining up the cars. There's a 66. Now I'm gonna be next here. Okay, we are lined up in the prime spot. Excellent spot. Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna carry you guys along with me. Now I've got to prep the car, even though I've already prepped the car. First, you got to have a locking gas cap, or you got to seal off the gas tank. You got to make sure you have less than 1/4 a tank, or 1/4 a tank of gas or less. Then I got to disconnect the battery, and then I'll use this cap. Okay, some other cars are pulling in. You got a Roush, a Cobra Fox body. Looks like a 69 or 70 convertible. That's a 66. And now we've got our exhibitors pass. Okay, display is all set up. I think it's looking pretty good. Well, here is the Mustang display. DC Auto Show 2025. Pretty daggone nice. There's the Corvette display. Ooh, this 5.0 is nice. Shelby GT350. That's pretty. 69 Mach 1, can never go wrong. 70 Mach 1. Old Cobra 96. A Roush sitting here in the middle. Alright, car's all staged. Press day is tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to make it for that. Friday is opening, and we'll see you Friday. Well, the show is definitely officially opened, and my car obviously is all prepped and ready for day one. I like this. They put a Bullitt Ford sign out here, so kind of cool. Since I'm the only Bullitt, I like that. Car's looking good, all buffed up, wheels all cleaned, ready to go. Now let's go out and make sure we pay for parking. The Corvette collection is nice.